What's up, guys? Joe Grow here, Ganja Engineer. As you can see, the project is almost complete. This is probably one of the last updates necessary. Um, let's remove the insulation. You can see that we've added a water filter to our transmission lines, gas line, cable line, all the good stuff. The water filter is good for 10,000 gallons. This is what you see when you first come in. We're in the isolation room. In the isolation room, we have all the equipment needed. We have a portable sink and a portable countertop with a trash can. The sink has drying racks and has quick disconnects that we can hook up to any of our hoses. This is a worm bin that we keep active worms growing and active composting. We got room for tool storage and shelving for nutrients. We also have an area for our spent vegetation pots that will be cooking for another 60 days. Those are just sitting there getting ready, full of worms. We have drain boxes in each room. This is where the computer system will be hooked up that controls all the electrical gizmos everywhere. You can see that we have room on the ceiling for a ladder and some chairs and whatnot. If you go into the vegetation room, you can see that the seedling planter is not done yet. It's just there as a filler model so you can see where they go, but it's not completed yet or designed. This is a intake fan for the vegetation room. It pulls it through an air filter, it pulls it through an air duct, which is linked to an air filter at the bottom of the flower room. So it's pulling the cold air from the flower room and dispersing it up top of the veg room. This is the opposite. This is dispersing cold air from the veg room and dispersing it into the top of the flower room. And it just gets tucked behind the plants there, and it pulls cold air from the floor into the hot ceiling. This is where our water hookup is for the veg room, and that pretty much concludes the veg room. Let's go into the flowering room real quick and check that out. This is the hanging system for the lights. The yellow cord that you see runs all the way through these pulleys. It all starts at a solid mounting point in the corner and works its way through the entire system around the pulleys till it reaches the other end. And the other end just gets tied off on a standard diamond boat cleat. So just like you would find on a boat, you just figure eight it around there and it'll hold the lights up wherever you want them. So raise and lower the lights at ease. The lights that we're using are Grow Light Science 300s and Grow Light Science 200s. They are top quality and cheapest per watt, which you don't find very often. They're very new and they are going everywhere through the industry. We can run them on 220 volts, which is great because we were having amperage problems and that pulls half the amps for the same wattage. We have two inputs and two outputs for our ventilation in the room. The inputs will be 6-inch and the outputs will be 4-inch. This creates a positive pressure environment so that way we can't draw any non-wanted spores through any air leak gaps. We have in the middle there a CO2 generator, and on the edges area for our ACs. We got fans in the tops of the room blowing downward in a circular pattern. This is a filter in the soffit of where the vent fans draw their air from. We have our irrigation system here in the flower pots. The flower pots are more inscribed in another video, but basically they're a complex system. We leave the ends open here with caps so we can remove the caps and clean them out like a gun barrel. Irrigation system get pretty dirty. This is the CO2 updraft emitter. It is swivelable up and down wise and swivelable left and right wise. It pulls through this filter box on the floor where these vent fans are all connected. And you can see that we have 8 CO2 updraft emitters in the room. And then they just blow onto the bottom sides of the plant leaves, which is really important because that's where the stomatas are that the plant breathes on. And also it's pulling the cold CO2 from the floor and pushing it up. This is our irrigation bin. This is where water will be filled. The track that you just saw is where the roots kind of grow into and trickles out like a waterfall into the bin. This is where our water hookup is, and this is basically concluding the update for the room. I haven't really changed anything else, so you can check out whatever else in the other videos. This is just to show you guys where we've got it at and how everything's planned. So thanks for watching. This is the Ganja Engineers signing off. Thank you.